Hello, Tub. This is Tub. It's okay. A male sulcata that we just picked up in Southern California. He is at least 50 years old and has spent all of his life in the same backyard. The grandfather passed away and the family didn't know what to do with Tub. We were contacted by a loving neighbor to see if we could help. And there's no way that we were going to turn it down. Huh, Tub? When we say that we offer tortoises forever homes, that's exactly what we're offering, is a forever home. It's not like there wasn't somewhere else that Tub could have gone. There was plenty of places, but they're not long term. The majority of people that get a tortoise like this, because they outlive their owners, only have them for 10, 12, 15 years and then they need to rehome them. We, as a forever home sanctuary, have 10 acres that our two children take over when we leave this earth, and they share the same passion. They're going to make sure that all the members still have a forever home. So that's why Joshua Tree Reptile Haven is different, and that's why we can say we are a forever home. He could have went lots of places, but how long would that place last before he needs another home and then another home? We just don't think that that's right. If an animal lives for dozens of years, why does it need dozens of homes? It just doesn't make sense to us. What we like to do with every rescue is we get away from where we obtained the animal, whether it's at a gas station, a house. We get to somewhere quiet, we open up the back, we let the animal know that it's with us in a very stress-free environment. This tortoise lived for 50 years in a singular place. For those of you that have seen the video of Tim and Harold that were on a roof for 30 years, this guy's been in the same place even longer. So this has got to be a stressful event, no matter what we do. But that's why we try to get away from wherever it was to a quiet spot, let the animal know that it's with us, and then we'll proceed to go home. Hey, Tub. As you can imagine, a tortoise this size, over 50 years old, his shell is not in the greatest of shape. And immediately I noticed that he has a chipped beak. It's okay. And for those of you that watch our videos, you know what's about to happen. When he gets home, he's going to get a warm bath. And as you can see, he probably has never had a warm bath. And that's not unusual. People that have these tortoises, it's not common practice for them to even have in their mind the idea of soaking the tortoise. That's why it is such a big deal for us. And as dirty as he is, I bet he's going to love it. Thanks for watching. We've got a couple-hour trip home, and then we get to introduce him to Turkey Tom. Tubby, this is a bath.
That you will get all the time, huh?
Whatever that is, it's
like
coming
oil.
off.
Yeah, it's oil.
Wow.
Look at that.
Poor Tubby.
Oh, Tubby, we get you cleaned up.
Just gonna be all clean.
Yeah.
You have to watch out for the ladies.
I think you're mighty handsome. Yeah.
Just see the dirt come off.
So dirty, huh?
It just comes right off.
I know. It's so, and it's just black. It's gotta be oil. Oh, you gonna flick? Huh? You gonna flick? There you go. Come on, wash your leg.
Whatever that black stuff, it just came right off. Yeah, I don't think if it was oil, it might have stuck. I don't know.
If it was oil, it wouldn't come off that easily with water. It's like slimy.
Yeah.
Could have been like from the orange trees. Or the
Could just be grime from the concrete.
Look at his gular. Coming off of his gular too. Look at that shiny gular.
He just got his eyes closed.
Yeah, I'm loving it. He's a good boy. It's okay. I'm just getting the inside. See all the colors? So.
Mm-hmm. Are you paddling the boat, Tubby?
You swimming? Swimming time? Yeah, kind of strange, huh? Doesn't come off. All squeaky clean. Hi, all squeaky clean. Is that for the Okay, Mama, stop messing with you. You can just soak it up now.
Here he is. His name was Tub, and we're going to call him Tubby, we think. This is his warm bath, and we've got him washed off. I wanted to take this opportunity as PMLMC3Y in the comments ask. They wanted to know more details about the tortoises. We usually don't give very many details about the tortoises that we rescue, and the reason why is we don't want people to think that we're going to take their tortoise and then blast them on YouTube about how they didn't know what they were doing and they took terrible care of a tortoise. We like to just highlight the positive, that the tortoise is in a better situation, and just leave it at that. And that way we're not making people feel like we can't take their animals, or if we do, that we're going to shed a bad light on them. But this gentleman has passed, and so this is a great opportunity to go over what kind of condition this tortoise is in. You'll notice here, there's big chunks of the keratin missing, and what this is this is damage that has happened, and these are pretty brutal hits, whether it was him climbing under a table or something falling on him, you know, him hitting the table, something falling on him, or somebody dropping something on him. Those are pretty significant injuries. Underneath the keratin is a layer of bone, and so you can imagine, as sensitive as your shins are, that's probably what a tortoise feels like. Here's another one here. He also has another one on his side. You can see where he's been walking and rubbing the side on something, and what it's done is just worn through the keratin on his side. Now that is a very common thing to happen to tortoises, especially as they get larger, is they try to squeeze through something and scratch up the side of their shells, or they'll weasel their way through something and move the objects so where they can fit in there, and now those objects are right on the side of it. And as the tortoise repeatedly does that, that's how you get these injuries on the sides. And here in a second, I'll take him out and show that on the video. He is not, you'll be able to see in the videos, that the clips that we have shown so far, he does not stand very proud. He does not lift himself up off the ground and walk with height. He kind of just drags himself along. This back left foot, he doesn't even lift it completely off the ground. It drags. The right one, he does lift it a little bit more, and it doesn't drag every single time, but the majority of the time it does. But this left one, it never comes off the ground. The thickness also of his back legs, for the size that he is very, very small. Now, the grandson told us that the only thing that they were aware of that he had been fed was lettuce. Everything else that he ate was the grass of the backyard. Well, you people out there that are familiar with the sulcata diet, you know that grasses make up a major part of their diet, like over 75%. And so no problems with that. That's okay. The problem was, it was most likely only one type of grass that was growing in the backyard. So that was one food item that he got. And the lettuce that he was given is nothing. That's why it makes a great diet food, is because it doesn't have any protein in it. It has no nutrients. It's just water. So as far as his diet consisted of only the grass in the backyard and then worthless lettuce. That's probably a giant contributing factor to the reason why he's not able to lift himself up off the ground. Now, we hope here, we don't know, this is the first day we've had him. We hope that as we work with him and he builds up strength, that he will be able to lift himself up off the ground a little bit higher. Hopefully this leg will start to come off the ground and he won't drag it. This damage that has occurred here to the shell, there's nothing we can do about that. The only thing we can do is hydrate the shell now and try to prevent any further damage. His shell is in actually pretty good shape for how old he is and the conditions that he was in. We have other tortoises here at the Haven that their shell, the keratin of the shell, is in way worse shape, and they're only 10, 15 years old, if that. And so it's not a terrible, terrible thing. This is very common for someone that has had one of these tortoises for years and really didn't keep up on what new information there was or new ways to care for the tortoise. And so this is a very common condition to find a tortoise that somebody's had for a long time in. He's getting antsy. He's going to want out. So we're going to get him out. This is the damage I was talking about. You can see where he's... Hi, Tubby. We'll let you see on the other side. You can see where it's scratched here. And the backyard he was in was full of, I'm going to call it man things. Welders and weed eaters and metal and cables. You could tell the gentleman that owned him worked with his hands. This, you can see here the size of the leg. Although it is a very big leg, it's just not as big as it should be. And that's just lack of nutrients. He's getting his first walks around the yard. And I just can't help but think, what is going through his mind? He's been in one place for 50 years and he's known nothing but that place. I'm very excited that all the black stuff that was on the front of his legs came off. He had some real sticky stuff on his gular and under his chin. Hi, Tabby. Hi. A lot of people ask, do they bite? No, not really. If he thinks I have food, he could try to bite for the food, but he's not going to bite me on purpose. It's not in their nature. Huh, Tubby? He also has a lot of damage right here to his gular. There we go, right here. You can tell that there was a pole or something that he was running himself into and damaging that shell. Well, we're just going to let him take a walk around and get a feel for the place. We're allowing him to walk himself over to this pen, and he's going to go in here with the boys, and we're going to see how it goes.